All right, welcome back and welcome to episode 145 of Those Millennials Podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, this motherfucker just did the Jesse impersonation. Uh Extremely thankful host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. Rell's here with the very colorful Malcolm X shirt. How you feeling, Rell? Celebrating Black History Month? My man. Anyway.
I'm not celebrating Black History Month. I'm just acknowledging Malcolm X.
I knew that was happening. And the host of Brews with the Homies and the creator of Brews. I got to give you your flowers. Creator of Brews with the Homies. Our guy, Mr. Chicken McNugget, Denver Nugget, Jokic is the GOAT. Dustin is back. Dustin, welcome back to the pod, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Today, obviously, we're going to be talking about a lot of trade deadline stuff, a lot of the trade moves. One episode, we gotta get you back in here so we can talk about why they treated Sean Payton like fucking Bill Parcells. Like that's that's one of my things. Like why they treating Sean Payton like Bill Parcells. But we can get to that on a later date. All right, go ahead.
I'm not talking Broncos. I'm sorry. No.
I tried to bait you. See, I left the bait there for you. You. You didn't take it. Good job. Hey, good job.
That's on the not list. That's on the not list.
I was just wondering why they treated Sean Payton like Bill Parcells. First and foremost, as always, we'd like to thank you for listening to our podcast. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Check us out on YouTube. For those who watch on YouTube, we love you. Thank you. You helping the podcast grow. Please don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to reach our goal of 100 subscribers on YouTube, but we do appreciate those who watch because the viewership on YouTube has grown, and especially our podcast listenership, the ones on Spotify. Shout out to you guys for listening on Spotify. All right, all the promotion shit is out of the way. So this was a thrown together not list because I was coming in here not doing not lists. So shout out to Rell for creating a not list. And if those who are watching on YouTube, Rell just shook his head at me because this is true. I'm gonna be honest. I try to be transparent on this podcast. Because damn, what a day in the NBA. But I have a day. Oh well, before I do not list, you want to do your prop bets and stuff before I do not list?
Yeah, I can get them out the way.
Yeah, so Rell's gonna do his prop bets, and then we're gonna make our Super Bowl picks because it's actually Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, it's a Super Bowl week. But it doesn't feel like it because of the NBA.
If you know me, I like to get down. I get down on everything.
Okay.
But this is the best time of the year. It's a better's Christmas because you can literally bet on everything. So here's the I'll give you the top 5 prop bets I like this week. First off, I'm going to get my pick for the game. I'm going Kansas City.
Can you explain prop bets? Because some of our artists probably don't know what prop bets are.
Prop bets are just side bets that they make. They're not actual bets on the game. Like you can put an actual total on the players. Prop bets would be like a receivers over 70 yards total. Or as I'm gonna give a few examples of other prop bets that have nothing to do with sports. So prop bets are they're not actual bets on the game. It's like you can bet on, which chip is going to have a commercial first, Doritos or Pringles.
Yeah, there's obscure ones like that. How long the national anthem is going to be, stuff like that.
Yeah, so prop bets are these crazy things. People like to bet them because you can get crazy odds. I like to do the crossover
and people are sick. That's really what it comes down to.
Vegas is real fucking packed at these. Luckily, I got all the apps, so I don't have to go into these books. But if you go into these books and see these lines,
it's gonna be crazy out here.
Stupid.
It's gonna be crazy.
Stupid out here.
It's gonna be crazy out here all weekend. Don't go near the strip.
So first I'm gonna go with the Chiefs at plus 110 on the money line. I just don't think you can bet against Pat Mahomes. It's stupid if you do, and because he lost one Super Bowl, but he's Mike, he's Jordan. He gets here and he gets here to win. And I think it's right in front of us. There's too much love going in the Eagles. The fact that the spread opened the Eagles at favorite kind of just shocked me because I thought Mahomes is the better team and the key to Kansas City Chiefs because if Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott was able to drop 40 on them, the San Francisco 49ers played half a game with no quarterback. Jalen Hurts doesn't look correct to me. I think it's Mahomes' time. I think it's his time in the sun. So I'm going anything Chiefs props. I'm going Kelsey over 78.5 receiving yards. That prop, I love it. I think Mahomes is going to pump it to him. I think the Eagles linebackers are mid. Their front four is where they get the most of their pressure from. Their best linebacker is Edwards. But then you got the place on the outside. That's Kazir White's job. I think he would hold Kelsey to under 78.5 yards. That's one of my first props I like. And then I'm going to get, should I give? Yeah, I'm going to go with the over 51.5 because I just think they're going to be throwing a lot. I think Mahomes can test his secondary in ways.
Over 51.5 passes for Mahomes? Attempts?
Over 51 total points for the game. Combined.
Points for the game. Got you.
Over 51 points for the game. I really like the over in this because I just think both teams can really put it up late. And even if it is a blowout one way or another, I think one team has enough to try to score late in order to push us over 51.
Super Bowls aren't normally blowouts, though. I mean, we've had one recently, but they're not normally blowouts.
We also had a 7-3 one with the Rams and the Patriots. So But so I like anything cheap. Chiefs +2, Chiefs money line over 51. I'm all over that this weekend, and I'm possibly throwing my rent on it. And I'm not over on this one. This is a good one. Over 1.5 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts. I really think Jalen Hurts is going to be able to push the ball downfield and get to the goal line. 1.5 touchdowns. I think he can do this prop. I really like over 1.5 passing touchdowns for Jalen Hurts as well. So let me get to the cookie props I got.
Give me the cookie ones. This is the ones I care about.
I mean, you should be writing this stuff down, Kevin. I'm trying to make you some money. You know what I'm saying? You should be writing this stuff that you
got you. I got you. I got the pen.
You're talking to somebody who has to re-listen to this pod. So yes,
all right.
I got you, Rell. Go ahead.
What is the first prop bet I hit that I've been really on is what song will Rihanna perform first at the Super Bowl? And after listening to her interview today, which kind of threw me off when she said, I think they be doing this shit on purpose. She said, like, we created over 39 set lists, she said. I said 39?
Wow.
And then the odds just changed. But luckily, I got Please Don't Stop the Music at plus 275. Right now, the current favorite, Diamonds, has jumped to plus 220. Diamonds is currently the favorite right now.
That's crazy.
So the longest shot is Bitch Better Have My Money. I just don't think the NFL going to allow her to do that one.
Trick Better Have My Money.
She said she wants this to be a smorgasbord of her career but so even though it's not listed, but I mean, I think Pon de Replay is a fucking sneak play here, and they're not listing it. It's pissing me off. Hey, Mr. DJ, come Pon de Replay, like that. Like that's not listed.
That song's not listed.
It's not listed. Please Don't Stop the Music and Diamonds and We Found Love are the favorites, and Lift Me Up. But Pon de Replay was her first song, and it's not fucking listed. I hate it. I hate that the Vegas is doing this to me. I'm just trying to get a hold of these
Ladies
books.
and gentlemen, this is why some people are sick. But keep going.
List this fucking song, Pon de Replay, because it's not even listed. The songs that are listed are Diamonds, Please Don't Stop the Music, We Found Love, Lift Me Up, Believe Me, Where Have You Been, Umbrella, Work, Hate That I Love You, Cheers, Live Your Life, Bitch Better Have My Money. That's all that's listed.
Hate That I Love You is never been played.
But anyway, so that one, and then the next prop that I hit is what song will be the last song performed during the halftime show. The favorite right now is Umbrella at plus 250. The next favorite is Run This Town at plus 350. I think she's going to go with Umbrella. I think that's just the one for her. I think just it's going to be raining. You know, they're going to be, and it's going to be to my next prop. This is going to be the moment that everybody's just going to be, lights going to be out. It's going to be insane. I can't wait for that one. Umbrella with that one. But the next one is how many songs will be played during the halftime show? I hit this one because I like this one a lot. Over 9.5 songs. So I have to have 10 songs. But the whole thing that don't add in when somebody comes in and does like a little feature to the side,
like a medley,
that will create a 10th song. That makes a 10th song in the prop. So if Rihanna does 9 and somebody comes in and does another little version of their song, that makes 10 songs. I like that at minus 125 over 9.5 songs for the Rihanna set. And lastly is what will be the last song be played by Rihanna? Oh no, I already did that one. No, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I think that's the last one I had. Oh yeah. Who would what special guest will appear during Rihanna's set? Right now, currently Jay-Z's obviously the favorite at plus 220, plus minus 250. Not even a plus, he's minus 250. That's like he's a really, and then they also have Drake at minus 200, Calvin Harris at minus 200, DJ Khaled at plus 200, ASAP Rocky,
I
Kendrick
was about to
Lamar,
say no ASAP
Eminem,
Rocky.
T.I., Kanye, Cudi, David Guetta, Paul McCartney, and Pharrell. But obviously, Jay-Z is obviously because he is a part of one of her biggest songs. She's Rock Nation. Minus 250, I wouldn't touch it. I didn't bet it because minus 250 is a lot. That means you have to bet $250 to win 100. Just stupid money. I stayed away. But those are the prop bets I like. Also, like I said, Chiefs money line.
Okay. Now let's pick winners. You pick the Chiefs. Well, obviously you pick the Chiefs. Dustin, pick a winner. Who you got in the Super Bowl?
I got the halftime show.
You picking Rihanna? Rihanna for the win?
Yeah, Rihanna for the win. Riri.
Got you.
I hate both teams.
Right,
I'm a Bronco fan. I fucking hate Patrick Mahomes. I hate the whole Mahomes family. The only person on the Chiefs that I think is like okay is Travis Kelce, but I still hate that guy because he fucking torches us every year. So
Mahomes like that ass too. So
yeah. So I got Riri for the halftime show.
Wow. Broncos through and through.
Yeah.
I'm with Rell. I'm going Patty. I'm not going against Patty. I think the Eagles have finally are going against a team that is their caliber. I think they had a lot of break. They played who was in front of them. Their toughest team they played all year was probably the Cowboys. So, I think
we them boys.
So I think the Chiefs are going to win. I think it's going to be a close game though. All right.
Also, look, side bet last prop. The orange for the Gatorade color is the favorite as well. You can get that at a minus 110.
It's usually always orange too.
Yeah, orange has been the favorite. The one I think it won like 5 or 6 times. Also, bet heads. They say tails never fails, except for when it comes to betting. Hit heads for the on a coin flip.
Okay. All right. So those are your Super Bowl prop bets. Thank you, Jarrell. I some of the song stuff is interesting. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I just think people are crazy with that because it's like literally somebody could probably tell you. You could find out this if you cared enough.
What do you mean? Nobody, Kevin. I scoured the internet for Rihanna's set list for about a week and a half. I said she's been.
No. I know. Well, you're not gonna be able to find it because it's bettable. But I'm just saying, like, if you know the right
only
people,
thing I try to do is like on Saturday, I'm going to listen. I'm going to check Twitter before because I know somebody's going to be outside when she's doing it, when she's practicing her set, and I'm trying to see if somebody posts on Twitter. If anybody listening can post on Twitter, so I can hit it.
Like if you was to hit up Jason Lee, you probably can find out if you don't know who Jason Lee is. So anyway, all right. Not list time. So for those who are new to the program, first of all, welcome. For the OGs, the not list is just exactly how it sounds. It's a list compiled of stuff that we are currently and probably not going to talk about on this podcast. And yeah, that's basically what it's compiled of. All right, so number one on that list, and this is because of Jarrell, and people who have listened to this podcast for years know where I'm going with this because they know his stance on this. We are not talking about the Grammys. That happened literally last Sunday. We're not talking about any Grammy stuff at all.
Hold on.
Because Rell is.
I got a few things I want to get off. Right, when you get done, I got something. You go ahead, but when you're done, I want to get something off.
Okay, because Rell for years on this podcast running 5 years now. Rell's talked about how the Grammys don't matter, so that's where I'm at.
They don't. All right, yeah. So let me talk about the Grammys real quick. So I just think I'm just tired of them bullshitting us. I'm tired of them playing with us. And Kevin, why you turn your camera off? And my biggest issue with the Grammys this week is that Bad Bunny had an album that revolutionized music. How did he not win Album of the Year? Don't get me wrong, I like Harry Styles. As it was, is a bop. But don't tell me he had a better album than Bad Bunny. black people speaking Spanish right now because of Bad Bunny. That shit come on in the club. Mucha Novia come on in the club. I'm dancing. I'm thrust into that. You can't tell me this is what the problem with the Grammys. They didn't even give off the wall a fucking Grammy.
Hey Dustin, by the way, this is the reason.
He puts out an album.
This is the reason why he wanted me to not do the not list. Dustin, by the way, keep going.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason why I wanted to do it. Because I want to talk about the Grammys. Stop playing with our fucking music and stop playing with this shit. I'm tired of it. Fuck, bro.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. All right. Thanks, Jerome. So sickening. All right, number 2 on the not list. Chick-fil-A is attempting to try chicken sandwiches using plant-based meat. So they might be.
You not.
They're gonna try plant-based chicken sandwiches for you guys.
I'm cool. Stop switching shit that we don't regularly eat like that. Chick-fil-A. Fuck,
and it's for the vegans, dog. If you vegans, for the vegans.
What's the percentage of vegans in the world?
Dog, is my spicy
it's growing.
Sandwich gonna be the?
It's growing.
Is my spicy chicken sandwich gonna be the same? That's all I want to know.
I don't know, bro.
Oh, man.
Number 3 on the not list. We are not, because this is a thing that I've implemented for years on this pod. We don't talk about gangster stuff. So we are not talking about no J Prince or Offset stuff on this podcast at all. Godspeed.
So I'd like to stay out of that.
Godspeed, and I'm leaving it at that. Number 4, and this is the last one.
But I will say this though about the situation. I just think that I just hope that on a higher level that they come to as 2 black men that they come to just to a mutual respect for each other. Because somebody lost their life, and no matter what their difference is, I just hope they fuck that. Like it's 2 black men. Like this is what we do all the time.
Thoughts and prayers.
And we can't just say thoughts and prayers, because then thoughts and prayers become actually thoughts and prayers when somebody can become a mess. I just hope
that's true too.
Have bigger heads for this shit, because niggas kill other niggas. So
I agree. Thoughts and prayers to all parties involved. Number 4 on the list, and this is the thing that's been annoying me on the internet when stuff annoys me, and I know when it annoys me is when it becomes mainstream. So everybody knows that Adrian Foster, he went on some podcast talking about that. Arian Foster, same person. Went on some podcast, talked about how the NFL is scripted. It's scripted. It wasn't. How much money did Arian Foster make in the NFL, by the way? On the Titans.
Got paid one time by the Texans, but he also got injured fast.
He got hit in the head one too many times.
That part. So I know when jokes become annoying, because I hear, no disrespect, and I love Mina Kimes. Once Mina Kimes starts saying it on fucking NFL Live, I know that the joke has ran out. It's lost its luster. And
I just want Mina Kimes to give me takes, not jokes.
Hey, that script joke, I was at the Pro Bowl, and the script joke got this far where the 49ers mascot has a script in his hand.
Yeah,
so
it's got it's too far.
He literally put on the thing, it says the script, and underline that stuff. And let me tell you, I'm over it.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, so
I just think what he said was funny. He's obviously a better. And he probably lost a few couple shekels like I have throughout the years. When you go to, like, prime example, I went to sleep with Chargers +3. You seen the parlay? You saw the parlay, Kevin. I went to sleep Niners, Chargers, big money on a 2-banger parlay, and I went to sleep. And then the Chargers script said blow the lead. So that's all I'm saying. So
okay,
I just think all the funny memes of. When teams get their script, like when somebody said when Jason Pierre-Paul got his script, and he blew his
finger out. Yeah, wow, that part. that's freaking stupid. All right, it's time. The whole reason why we decided was we almost did a couple emergency pods, if we're being completely honest with this with the audience, but we decided to wait until everything was done. But we're gonna start with Go ahead.
About Kev, before you announce this, I'm gonna say this is all because of fucking John Morant and the fucking Memphis Grizzlies opened the goddamn mouths because the only thing they ever fucking won was a most improved player. So that's it. Don't run your fucking mouth when you won shit.
What about Grindhouse? What about Zebo?
And fuck him. Fuck all that.
I said Zebo. I said Zebo.
Yeah, Zebo. Hey, Zebo. The best thing that came out of Zebo when he said, "Bullies, where I come from, get bullied."
Bullies get bullied.
Yeah, bullies get bullied.
Stupid.
No, honestly, this is all John Morant's fault. He could take it, and he wonders why the Grizzlies are the most hated team in the league right now.
Anyway, so what Dustin's alluding to is obviously there was an earthquake that happened this morning. I literally was asleep, and Rell and Jesse in our chat was going off, and I was literally knocked out. But the earthquake I'm talking about is the trade of one Kevin Wayne Durant to the Phoenix Suns. That's his name. Traded to the Phoenix Suns, and I got the terms and everything here. So Kevin Durant is going to the Phoenix Suns with TJ Warren, and the Nets receive Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder at the time, but now who's a Buck?
Jay Crowder's a Buck?
Jay Crowder's a Buck for 5 fucking second round picks. Fucking stupid. First round picks in 2022, 2025, 2027, 2029, and a swap in 2028. So this is, I mean, if we're not going to sugarcoat this, this is probably one of the biggest trades of all time, because it's not often does a guy who, MVP. In a lot of people's mind, won MVP. He's arguably the number 1, number 2, number 3, whatever you got in players in the NBA right now. He's on that tier. Then he goes to a team that literally, a year ago was in the fucking finals. But I'm gonna let you guys take it away from here, because obviously I'm gonna have a lot to say about here. So Dustin, we can start with you. So obviously your team is at the top of the Western Conference, your Chicken Nuggets, who've been playing really well, who a lot of teams are sleeping on. Every time commentators say that the West is wide open, I feel like Joker probably doesn't take it this way, because he just seems like he doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks. But I'm sure players like Jamal Murray feel a little way, because it's like, yo, like we've been playing the best in the fucking Western Conference all year, and you guys are not giving us our flowers. So I'm gonna start with you. How does this make you feel that there is a quote unquote super team in the desert now?
First of all, this is all John Morant's fault. Second of all, it's the Suns' new owner.
You really believe that?
Fuck yeah, dude. Every time.
Seriously. You honestly think an NBA franchise made a move based off of what John Morant said?
No, I like pointing the finger at Jaw, because he went from being one of my favorite up and coming players to like he switched up like real quick. Because I'm one of those people that like I look at it like this. What have you done to make a comment like that, right? What has John Morant done to make a comment like that? What has John Morant won? A most improved player award? To be quite honest, he should have never won that award, because he was the second pick?
And he was already good.
So, that's another topic for another time. But I do got to say, I hate the Suns. I do got to say the new owner, his first day on the job, he pretty much said, you guys...
New owner syndrome.
Yeah. He said, you're going to give me Kevin Durant, and I don't care what it costs. And I hope that, Kevin Durant, I hope you have fun. One thing I did take away from this, and a lot of people tend to forget this, is when you make super teams like this in the middle of the year, the camaraderie isn't there. And that's my biggest thing is the camaraderie of the Suns. How are they all going to play together? And the second thing is their health. How is their health going to be? How's KD? Because, KD's missed the last couple of games with, what was it, an ankle injury? or was it something else?
I don't remember.
Can't remember. But he's missed the last 7 games due to injury. And then you also got Chris Paul, who's in and out of the lineup. Same thing with D Book. I mean, and the one thing that made the Suns so dangerous was their depth, and their depth is gone. Who are they gonna have come off the bench now? It's what, campaign? TJ Warren. Well, they're saying that he's starting. He's gonna be end of starting.
Start the bum with the headband. Oh, Craig.
Yeah, Torrey Craig.
Oh, yeah, Torrey and Craig. But I don't know. I just think that it's a good move for the Suns, but at the same time, I don't know how this is gonna pan out. I don't like. It's too early to judge. You got to see everybody on the court, right? That's my thing. You got to see everybody on the court, but I still think Kevin Durant's a little bitch. Joined another super team, couldn't get it done by himself with his guys out there in Brooklyn. So it just proves the point of what everybody was saying about Kevin Durant joining Golden State. It just drives
disagree. I would say my take on it is that he tried to form this shit. I just think he didn't know how crazy Kyrie was, So like, I think he just didn't know. Now, my only issue that KD did, because I have no issue with him going to Golden State. I don't.
Like, I didn't. I don't either. I thought that was a smart move for him
because Russell Westbrook can make you do that. And
there's been enough Russell bashing today.
Hey, bro, what they do on the ESPN ain't got nothing to do with me.
Keep going.
Yeah.
And that's your boy doing that shit too.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
And personally, like I said, I think it's a good. I think the only dumbass move KD did was sign that extension with a team. I don't know why he signed that extension when he did, because he didn't have to. I just think that he needs to pick better friends, because James Harden was not committed to basketball, and I just didn't think he'd know how crazy Kyrie was. You can't blame him. Like, nobody wins by themselves today in the NBA. Like nobody wins. Like, nobody is Jordan and I just got Scotty and a bunch of guys and we're just gonna make it through. Like, that shit don't work no more, bro. Like, you need a team with depth and talent, and you need a competent fucking team. So overall, this shit is scary. But to me, it's a big 2.5. Because if you haven't seen anything from Chris Paul this year, he's looking like a shell of himself. I don't know if he's saving it for the playoffs. Personally, I've never liked DeAndre Ayton. I thought they should have probably did. I didn't think he should have been the number 1 pick. Anytime you're that big with that many muscles and you don't like dunking, kind of just turns me off about you. So I don't know. I like their team, but I mean, it's scary on offense, because I'm excited as a basketball fan to see Booker and Kevin Durant share court. Like at this point, like as far as basketball goes, and it's the best way to see like their talent come together, because you can say that Kevin Durant hasn't won shit without Golden State. He never won a championship. And what the fuck is Devin Booker won? So I mean, to say he's ring chasing, or they chasing rings together, because neither one of them has won anything, and they need each other at this point, because the Suns is mid and they in that 5 seed. And they're struggling to get going this year. So I don't know. I think it's a good move. I like it. I like the move. For basketball, as a fan, I love it.
Okay, so it's my time. Rell said a lot of the points that I was gonna hit on. Dustin said something, but I'm gonna say it in a much nicer way. All right, so obviously, everybody that's hit me up about my little note in the DMs, whatever. I still feel the same. But this is a positive thing for you guys that hours have passed and I don't feel the same way I felt about how I felt earlier today, but I still feel similar. So, all right. So timeline. When Kyrie was traded, Sunday. I always forget what Sunday. When Kyrie was traded to the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday, a lot of people obviously, was like, I was among them who thought, why not the Lakers? Obviously there was a lot of talk about Joe Tsai not trading with the Lakers, not wanting to help the Lakers out. There was a lot of that on the timeline and on Twitter, right? Like a lot of people, we wanted to know what Kevin thought about it. Right? Kevin was quiet. Kevin's never usually quiet on Twitter like he was quiet. He was quiet. Monday passes by, and obviously you guys know I listen to a lot of podcasts. We all listen to a lot of podcasts. But there's certain people who you trust when you hear some words from the front office, and Brian Windhorst came on and said that, Kevin Durant is meeting with upper management, with Josiah, Sean Marks.
When was that?
That was Monday. To figure out what they was going to do with this team. I think it ended up being Tuesday, but Monday, that's when. And then Tuesday, Woj had a report that came out that uncomfortable conversations, I think was the phrase that Woj used. Uncomfortable conversations between Kevin Durant's representation, which is Rich Kleiman. What's his last name?
Rich Kleiman.
Rich Kleiman, Kevin Durant, and Sean Marks and Josiah. And once that happened, alarm bells went off, right? A lot of people was like, huh? What does that mean? And this was the same time where in my head, I already hit the corner. I was like, maybe Kevin Durant wants to take this team of players like Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, Seth Curry, this really good, deep team, and try to win. And again, and Rell made the point, right? Rell said that, in this era, players of Kevin Durant's caliber don't want to do it by himself, right? And that's true. But this is how I frame it, right? In my head, and because if we're going to be completely honest here, a lot of the old heads don't respect Kevin Durant's title with the Warriors, right? Like a lot of the old like Rell said he respects it, right? Because he was the best player on the team, right? Especially in the playoffs. Like, you can argue that Steph and KD, like during the regular season, Steph was just as good as KD. If you want to go down that route, I think
there's no luck in championships.
I agree, but Kevin Durant was the best player for those finals teams. That's why he won Finals MVP both times. No argument here. But some people still felt like, obviously, Charles Barkley famously said he felt like he was the bus rider. He wasn't a bus driver. A lot of old heads feel that way. It's not just young people who say that. A lot of the young generation kind of respect and understand that Kevin Durant had the ball. He had to play hard. He went against LeBron. He played a really good. He had to go against that Rockets team that took him to the limit, that took him to 7 games. They were, other than that, they smoked everybody else that really, that mattered. But my point was, I've seen LeBron, 34 years old LeBron, take that 2018 team to the finals, right? I saw it with my own 2 eyes. And when it was him, Jeff Green, George Hill, Kevin Love, I saw it. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. I saw it.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying.
The only reason why you say don't do that because you know what the East was compared to what the East now. He ran through some dinosaurs.
I'm with you. I'm with you, but I'm just saying.
You can't use it as a point and say that you with me.
My point is
using it as a point to disparage Kevin Durant.
So I'm doing this because Kevin Durant and we all agree Kevin Durant's talent is on the same level as LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, right? He's not that kind of talented player to you?
Offensively, yes.
Offensively, yes, but the other players do block more defensively and make other guys better.
I think Kevin Durant's an underrated defender.
I've never seen Kevin Durant make anybody better.
I can't comment on the defensive side because I haven't really paid attention to him on.
He's really good defensively when he's locked in. He is.
So I can't comment on the defensive side. Not to make any
he's
players
really
around him
good
better.
both ways. Yeah, that part.
I don't.
Well, that kind of goes with my point.
Yeah.
And I felt like, and fair or not fair, I felt like this was a missed opportunity by Kevin Durant. I do. I felt like this was a missed opportunity. I felt like if he would have took this Nets team, and yeah, you probably there's no guarantee you're gonna win. If you would have took this Nets team with, again, Spencer Dinwiddie's your second best player, but you're 11 deep with this team, that Nets team. If you go over there, your team is legit 11 deep, and I'm not even counting Ben Simmons, right? Like, I'm not even counting him. We could put him to the side. We're not even worried about him.
You can't. But he's already said on record that the only reason why he even went to Brooklyn was to play with Kyrie.
I agree, but that's my point. This was his golden goose. This was his golden opportunity.
That's the whole thing, is that proving it to the old heads and people who want to just like, that shit is for the birds, bro. Ain't nobody trying to prove that shit. He ain't got to prove this shit to nobody or prove anybody or prove his championship to anybody.
Well, that's
clearly he don't give a fuck.
Well, if that's the case, he will always be seen. He will not be seen in the same light as the Kobe's, the LeBrons, the Jordans.
How if he brings
he won't.
Phoenix their first ever fucking championship, and he wins multiple with Devin Booker, and he's the best player on this team, and he wins 3 championships and brings gold to Phoenix
because he's going to a team that the infrastructure for Phoenix is already there. We saw them go to the finals last year.
They haven't won shit.
They went to the final. They went to the finals last year.
And now they're
But
gutted.
hold on, Kev. Their finals run was a fucking fluke. Everybody that they fucking played had major stars injured. LeBron was hurt, AD was hurt, Murray was out, and PJ was out. They played the Clippers. The Clippers didn't have fucking Kawhi. They also didn't have all the, and that's the thing, is that fucking
thing is this. So yes,
this is where I hate Suns fans.
They led the West though. So like we can say all that, but they led the Western Conference.
What do you hang when you lead the West? Do you get something for that? Does it mean something?
No,
because ultimately, at the end of the day,
my point is, if you're the leader in the conference, the chances of you should make it to the finals. You're the odds-on favorite.
Kevin, this ain't 98. Being the number 1 seed don't mean shit anymore in the NBA.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Some years. If you look at the talent disparity between the number 1 seed that used to be back in the day and the number 1 seed that's gonna come in now. It's a different game. It's a different ball game now. My only thing is that Kevin Durant, if he does this to me now, like he went to Golden State, he did his LeBron thing, however you want to call it.
It's not a LeBron thing.
I mean, whatever you want to call it. I mean, LeBron had struggled. He went to Cleveland and Russ, and he struggled in OKC. They both had to go elsewhere to win championships. This to me, like, what's the difference between Bron winning the championship with AD and Kevin Durant winning the championship with Booker?
Kevin Durant demanded a trade while he still had 4 years. LeBron has finished out all of his contracts. He's never been traded.
Okay, in that aspect, yes. So he demanded a trade. That's Franklin Korkmaz did. Like, this is where we are today.
Korkmaz also demanded a trade in 2018 and was still a fucking
Thomas Bryant wanted out of LA because the stage is too big and the lights is too high.
You're talking about players that, let's be honest, will be forgotten. We're talking about an all-time talent player. That's the
but I'm saying he's a person that he already said the reason why I was here to begin with was to play with Kyrie. I don't think he expected what happened to happen.
Sure.
I'm not mad at him for asking how, because
I'm not either. I'm not either anymore. All I'm saying is, as a basketball fan, how you use the basketball fan, I wanted to see Kevin Durant be the undisputed bus driver, the undisputed best player on the team. Because we can all agree Devin Booker might play better than him in the series. Devin Booker's that good. It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible.
So I got something for you, because since I got the iPad here, I was able to pull this shit up. So I pulled up the 2021 NBA playoff bracket, right? Mm-hmm. So they played the Lakers in the first round. The Lakers,
AD was hurt, right?
AD
and LeBron was
hurt.
limping as well. Yeah.
So so look, we got that off. But here's the thing: is regular season, once you get to the playoff, don't mean a fucking thing, bro. because you're taking the 16.
I don't know if I agree with that. That's you get home court.
Hold on.
Home court
Yeah,
matters.
You get home court. That's cool. But the other, you got on the West, you got the 8 best teams. You got the other sorry ass team sitting at home, and then you got the East sorry ass team sitting at home, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now when it comes down to playoffs, it's about the team that lines up in front of me, right?
All
This
right.
whole Suns playoff run against the Lakers, all hurt. Nuggets, their 2 best scorers outside of Jokic, hurt. Clippers, hurt without Kawhi. I mean, they got fucking lucky that they even got there with fucking Terrence Mann and Paul George and Reggie Jackson.
I'm not taking that.
And then they had one of the most.
I feel like you guys are
in Game 7 last
year. I agree. I feel like you guys are just again. I'm not the biggest Suns fan, but I feel like you guys are discrediting what the Suns accomplished last year. And that's kind of fucked up. But it's cool.
He just had one of the best meltdowns in NBA history.
Agree. And then there's going to be a fucking 30 for 30 for that. We already know. We know that.
But here's the thing here's the thing that I'm trying to get at here, right? The first time they faced a healthy team in the playoffs that year was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah,
right?
In finals, right?
And guess what happened? Daddy Giannis said, "Hey, this is why I'm
calling a grown man
that's
daddy.
That's why I'm fucking Giannis."
Calling a grown man daddy. Keep going.
He pretty much made the Suns his bitch in that series. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, by another pantheon all-time great player.
Yeah.
Again, look, I don't want to go long-winded on this like this, but all I'm saying is, as a fan, I would have liked to see Kevin Durant with this Nets team, with this assortment of players, 10 deep, go against the Celtics, go against Embiid, go against Giannis. Yeah. And we won't see this. So now he's on Phoenix. I agree with you. It's not the juggernaut like everybody makes it seem. I don't think their depth is as they're not as deep as they once was. They're going to be asking for earlier in the pod, I was talking about how Zach Lowe say players are being overstretched. I feel like Torrey Craig is going to be overstretched guarding wings. And Kevin Durant's going to be asked to guard really good players, or Devin Booker's going to be asked to guard really good players. And
the one thing
we just don't know. We don't know about Chris Paul. And then DeAndre Ayton, I mean, we'll just see. Time. I mean, we'll see. But
Richard Jefferson and Tristan Thompson brought up a good point today on the special.
Yep.
That's what I said too. But they brought up a good point, and they kind of piggyback off of what you were just saying. They said the continuity of the whole team. These guys have never played a single game of basketball in the pros together, right? You can say the Olympic, oh yeah, Devin Booker and KD were teammates. They got to see how this stuff gels. They got to figure out how they play together, how they go together.
Respectfully, in the most respectful way, Kevin Durant is one of the most greatest plug-and-play superstars of all time.
Yeah.
Literally no weakness on offense. He could fit in the 50s, in the 70s, in any era. That's how fucking good he is. He's literally a plug-and-play player. So that's why he was able to fit. I remember when they were saying about the Warriors, like, oh, he's going to be shooting, but he's going to figure out where. I was just like, come on, guys, what are we talking about here? Clay's not going to get his shots. Clay shot more with Steph on the team, with KD on the team. But yeah, we can leave it at there.
That offense is geared towards that.
So obviously, I know Dustin's answer. So Rell, I'm going to ask you: does this make the Phoenix Suns the favorite? Not only in the Western Conference, but in NBA, in your mind?
I think so.
I
think so. I mean, I think at least in the West,
their odds right now are third, I believe. I think Vegas got them as the third behind the Celtics and the Bucks.
Should still be the Celtics. I think the favorite should still be the Celtics because I like their depth when they're healthy. Unfortunately. Even though I don't want them to win a championship, but I think they're depth when they're healthy. So I think the Celtics, but I think that the Suns now are just a team nobody should want to face in any series.
We're gonna have a really good West.
This might be one of the
best playoffs ever. All right. So speaking about the Western Conference, it's finally time. We finally did it. Dustin, I don't know if you can talk, but me and Rell are gonna talk about the Los Angeles Lakers because they were the most active team during this trade deadline. They made the most pieces. Jesse, fuck you, but I wish you were here because you're the only Rob Pelinka contrarian right here, because I think Rob Pelinka did a hell of a job at the deadline. I'm let me pull it up right now because Kevin O'Connor did a really good job of putting it together.
Traded what, like 5 players?
KOC is goated, by the way. I used to be like on the fence with KOC, but KOC is goated now.
I've been on KOC for a while.
KOC is mismatch. He's goated. All right, so without just us just doing the Russell trade and talking about that on its own, we're gonna combine it with the Lakers talk. The Lakers are the big winners of the trade deadline. So this is basically what they did. Obviously, the Lakers acquired D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, Mo Bamba, Rui Hachimura, obviously last week. Devon Reed, who I had to ask Rell who the fuck he was because I had no idea who he was.
He was a Nuggets.
I know. I should have asked you, but I wasn't gonna ask you. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And they acquired 3 new second round picks, and they sent out Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverley, a whining Thomas Bryant, Kendrick Nunn, Damian Jones, good fucking buy, Juan Toscano Anderson, the 2027 first round pick, top 4 protected though, and then it turns into a second round pick, and it sent out 4 second round picks. So basically, LA lost 1 first rounder, 1 second rounder to go for the Russ and D'Lo to Bev. For Bev and JTA and Hachimura Jones and Vanderbilt and turn into Bryant and Mo Bamba. Upgrades all across the board. I think he did a hell of a job. He got younger, got shooting. I know Rell and I were talking throughout the day about this. Rell, how do you feel about the Lakers? Do you feel like... I mean, I know how you feel about how do you feel about Pelinka's job? Let's go ahead and give Pelinka his flowers. How do you feel about Pelinka? Because, you were kind of off and on.
Pelinka said he will always, exercise every asset for this last year. But I will tell you who did lie. Jeannie fucking lied about a lot of shit. But I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into what
Not today. I'm
not gonna get to what Jeannie lied about. She lied about a lot though, But overall, I like what Pelinka did. Like I gotta explain something, because here's the thing about Laker fans, and you piss me off. Like there's a half a Laker.
Put a name on that bullet. Put a name on that bullet.
I'm not gonna put a name on it because I don't make people famous. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna say there's a few Laker fans out there who you gotta get a fucking grip. As Pat Riley said when they threw the rings on the, let's get a grip. We wasn't trading Russell Westbrook for Jokic. We wasn't trading Russell Westbrook for Luka. We wasn't trading Russell Westbrook
for Jason Tatum.
We wasn't trading Russell Westbrook for Joel Embiid. Give it up. All right. Give those fucking pipe dreams up, because that's what I swear to you. If I ask a Laker fan,
this person you are talking about probably follows all those accounts that has all like the best players in NBA and Laker jerseys say soon. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Dog. And this person, he was like, I like Russ. We fucking ass. I was like, bro, we just added 39.9% shooting from 3, 35% Malik Beasley, who shot well last year. He was smoking the nets off last year.
And he shoots 9 threes a game. He gets them up.
And you're right, Kevin. I can't talk to kid. Like I have to just explain to casuals that, like, are we gonna win the championship? Probably not. But do I want to just be competitive? Yes. Like there's a lot of games down the stretch, where even when Brian Windhorst said, he was like, you gotta understand, he was killing the Lakers. He was literally killing the Lakers. And people try to excuse it, but when you really watch the fucking games and you don't look at the stat
means by Russell Westbrook. You didn't say his name, but keep going.
I mean, Russell Westbrook, I'm sorry. He said he was killing. When he talking about he was killing the Lakers, but Russell Westbrook, if you don't just look at the stat lines and coming off the bench, he really played like shit a lot of times, and he hurt us a lot of games most of the time. And this is what I'm trying to explain.
His last game, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you rock. So keep your train of thought. Yeah. But if you was just to look at Russell Westbrook's stats from his last game, the LeBron game where LeBron broke the record, you would thought Russell Westbrook played an awesome game. If you would just watch the highlights, you would have thought he played an awesome game. I think he went like 4 for 7 from 3. He shot well, but he played an awful game. Defensively,
don't tell everything.
It was like 4 or 3 terrible passes that I've never seen him miss so badly before. It was, and then obviously we've all heard about his body language throughout because and we'll get to that. Keep on.
And then there was a point in time where he didn't get off the court. And honestly, guys, too, when you watch basketball, there's the other side of the court. Watch how many times he just looks at the fucking ball and his man goes back door on him. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to get fixed with D'Angelo Russell or Beasley or Vanderbilt, but I'm just saying, like, it's just too much shit that goes on for somebody who doesn't want to subside. And if he ever wanted to set a fucking ball screen, he would have been a better fucking player. And he refused to do it. He didn't want to. He stood on the court because he didn't even want to be a team player. Darvin Ham took him out, and I think Darvin Ham is a good guy. I don't think he's a great coach, but I think he's a good guy. And he just showing Darvin Ham up. And so overall, I'm glad that shit's over. I'm not even mad at Russ. We knew what we were signing up with. I'm not even shitting on Russ. He did what he did. We're done with it. But as far as this team now we're on, I just want to be competitive. I think this team could be a 7th and 8th seed. Try to stay out of that playing game. Maybe try to get to the 6th seed. We're only 4 games in the loss column behind the 5th seed. We're 30. We had 30 losses. That spot only has 26. And lastly, I think, but when you look at the spacing on the court, and this is what I want to explain to people. When you have people out there like Patrick Beverly, who's on the fence with shooting, when you have people like Russell Westbrook, who, if he's not trying to skip past somebody and lay it real fast at the rim, he's pretty much damn near useless on the offense.
Hunting assists. And then we don't talk about that part too.
So when LeBron catches it on one side and a guy sticks his fucking foot in the paint, and so he's trying to jab, and read the defense because nobody honors shit else on the court. Do you know how hard it is to play basketball when you have 3 players that nobody honor on the fucking basketball court? They don't even look. I remember one time Nurkic threw his fucking hand at somebody when we were shooting the 3. They're like, man, fuck that shit. Like, it was terrible. I at least want guys who can at least be competent NBA players, so I can say, hey, at least if they fucking lose, whatever. I'm not saying but with a championship, but at least be competitive, bro. And at least you can't say that they're not going to be competitive and they didn't. And they're not trying to be competitive. At least these goals, they got rid of 1 pick, and still we can play free agency game this summer. We can play everybody come home to LA this summer. So he's still out there.
Dustin, how do you feel about the Lakers pickups, and are you at all worried about a potential Nuggets-Lakers first-round matchup?
I'm going to be real honest. The Lakers actually put a fucking team around LeBron that looked like a team that you should have around a LeBron. Like, I'm going to be honest. They went out and got shooting. They went out and got a Swiss Army knife in Jared Vanderbilt. They got Rui, who's looking phenomenal right now for him. And, like, to be completely honest with you, like, Russell Westbrook's an idiot. The one guy that was batting for you at the
Whoa. Keep going, though. But keep going.
Darvin Ham at the beginning of the year was trying to get this guy. He was backing him. He was having his back. He was standing up to the media. The one guy that was trying to keep this thing together, and then you want to throw him under the bus. You want to make everything so difficult for him. Like, that's where the idiot part comes in. The one guy that had your back, the one guy that was trying to put you in a situation to make you look good and, not come out of this looking like you do now, you did that to him. To me, that's idiotic.
You done? Go ahead, keep going.
But I do think I would be worried about seeing the Lakers, because this is one of the few times that LeBron's got a team that actually looks like a team that should be around LeBron. He's got the shooting now. He's got the guy that can guard the best player. He's got another big guy that's down there that, just in case if Anthony Davis gets in foul trouble, he's got the young legs now. Yeah. I just want to see how this all gels together, because on paper it looks good right now. It looks good on paper, but I want to see what the product is on the court.
Very well said by both of you guys, especially you, Rell. You hit a lot of points that I was going to hit on, obviously, as well. I mean, I'm just going to third this. Kudos to Rob Pelinka, who, me or Rell, well, Rell's always been Team Pelinka. I've been more on the fence. much lately have come to his side and said that I think he's doing the best that he can. You can't argue about some of his choices with draft picks, obviously with AR and AC. He's done really well in the draft, later in the draft, which is really hard. Max Christie, who looks like he's going to be something as well. So all that being said, I'm not going to reiterate what you guys said. I think obviously my only they got shooting, like you said, they got Jared Vanderbilt. Mo Bamba is a nice long shot. Let's see what happens with him. D'Lo,
AD together on the court together.
I don't think so, but we'll see. You better knock that down. I think I didn't know I had this cape, but I'm gonna pull this cape out. As bad as Russ was on the court for some stretches, and we just went over how he was in the last game, not interacting with players. It's been reported. There's video of it now, so it's been circling around the internet.
He always does that, though.
Yeah, I do think Russ was a professional. He tried his best. Because, what makes Russ is, that I don't give a fuck attitude. That's what got him to where he is. That got him the MVP. That got him to be a Hall of Famer. That got him to be, the triple-double king. That gave him everything he is. So
that triple-double king, that's gone now.
Your dude is averaging a triple-double in this season. Russ is averaging a triple-double for 3 or 4 seasons, if I remember talking. Just relax. And he's the leader in triple-double all time. He's still the triple-double king. Oh, my God.
When's the last time he got a triple-double?
It's been a minute. Anyway.
Russ was getting triple-double with Steven Adams. You got all NBA players on your team.
Whoa. Nuggets don't even have an all-star on their team. The only all-star is Jokic. And none of those guys are all NBA players.
But AR was a borderline all-star. Don't do that. I mean AG. Anyway. I do think so. Rell was hinting towards it. Obviously today, and on one of the ESPN shows, a reporter that I really like and enjoy, David Meneman, was talking about Russ and how he used the word source. He said an inside source inside the Lakers organization said we had to get the vampire out, right? And when he said it, I didn't think it was funny, but I thought it was one of those analogies where it was just I thought everybody kind of knew that. But for him to say it and just say it on a platform like ESPN and then for it to circulate everywhere now, it's just I think it was distasteful. I like Dave a lot. I listen to his show on YouTube, but that's OD with Om Yomasuk. I really like Dave McMenamin. He's really good at what he does. He's a beat writer for the Lakers for ESPN. I just felt like he could have did what he did on the show without using that phrase. Talking about Russ, Brian Woodhorse basically said the same thing, but he just said it in a different way. He just said he was killing the Lakers. He just said the Russ was killing the Lakers, like he was killing the Lakers. That's all. He repeated it twice. He didn't go as far as calling him a vampire. I just felt like that was a bad description, and then that was probably distasteful, and that didn't need to be said.
And just Dave McMenamin, he's just a shock jock, and we shouldn't even acknowledge most of his work because most of the stuff
he's far from a shock jock.
Because most of the stuff that's being reported is just negative because he didn't have to report that.
I said
the person who said it. And the person who said it is a piece of shit anyway. Because, like I said, we knew when you get somebody who I knew what we were doing when we got into this. I can't be mad at it. I just wanted them off my fucking team. So I don't want to do this shit about this vampire shit. You can only blame so much of shit. You're blaming your fucking self. Yeah, he was a part of the team, but a lot of you motherfuckers still didn't play no D. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of you motherfuckers still went on the fucking court. So let's just that AD still missed 20 fucking games. So miss my ass with that bullshit about him being a vampire. The organization, the vampire, and Jenny should sell the team.
That part.
All right, so we're done with the Lakers. All right, so obviously this is not that kind of show. So we're not going to talk about all the transactions today because it was a lot. But I am going to ask you to, out of the transactions that did happen today, which one, what was the best one that out of the ones we haven't talked about? And what was surprising for you? What team that didn't make a move was surprising to you? So, Dustin, we can start with you, and then where we can go with you.
One, I got one.
Okay.
The Blazers.
We haven't talked about your Nuggets, but keep going.
Nah, the Blazers trading GP2 back to Golden State. I think that's an underrated trade right there. I think that's a trade that kind of helps Golden State out in the short term and the long run here. I do got a bone to pick with my Nuggets.
What GP2 they getting though? Because
he's been hurt all year.
He's been hurt.
Bumping his knee and missing 6 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm disappointed in my Nuggets. I'm glad we got some size to actually some competent.
Well, say
one trade.
Say the trade. Say the trade for your guy.
For my guy.
Bones Highland's your guy, but he's your guy.
Yeah. Us trading Bones Highland and getting 2 second-round draft picks and not getting like a backup guard or a veteran point guard like a John Wall or a Reggie Jackson.
wanted Alex Caruso for you guys.
Oh, see, I told Kev this because Kev called me this morning and we kind of talked about this, but I was really hoping that we were going to try to get Josh Hart or Cam Reddish. Get another solid 2-3 guard that can guard another, pretty much guard like a good point guard because right now on the Nuggets, we have a history and a tendency to let point guards fucking torch us. Shout out Damian Lillard for making that statement every time he plays us.
Last 12 games,
that's why
no player in the NBA.
That's why I thought Bones. That's why I thought Bones is something else for Chicago.
So
Caruso would have been good.
I had this conversation with Gab because Gab and I we talk hoops all the time. I said, if all it took was to get Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Jay Crowder to get Kevin Durant, why couldn't the Nuggets call and say, hey, we offer you Bones Highland, we'll offer you MPJ, whatever fucking draft picks.
Why are you trying
MPJ?
You are trying to get rid of MPJ. That's like the fourth MPJ trade.
First off, MPJ is on a bad contract. You value him more than
teams.
And I would and Bridges is better than Michael Porter Jr.
Oh, you take that back right now.
No, he's a better defender.
No.
He's a 50-40-90 guy.
He's not a better shooter. He's not a better shooter.
He's 50-40-90 and he's a better defender. He's 50-40-90 and he's a better shooter.
He's not a better shooter.
Wait. So who'd you say?
So I said
Michael Porter Jr. is better than who?
Mikal Bridges is better than Michael Porter Jr.
I agree with Rell. Keep going.
Really?
I do.
But what I'm saying
MPJ
is,
has ceiling, but I know what Mikal Bridges is, and it's really fucking good.
It's really good. Shout out to Team 3D.
Yeah.
3D?
Team 3D. Team 3 and D. Ben Simmons and 3 and D. The Dudleys.
But my thing is I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get a backup point guard because there's only so much Ish Smith can do. And like Kev, you mentioned this. Well, right now it's
Patrick Beverly.
No, keep that guy away from my team. Keep that guy away from my team.
Pat Bev.
Nah, it's being reported right now because I was taking a look at Twitter, and a lot of the writers are saying that Reggie Jackson's interested in joining the Suns.
Okay.
So if that happens, the Suns are the favorite. They deserve to go to the finals if that's the case.
Because campaign is a trash can.
Yeah, but I'm disappointed in the Nuggets. And it kind of showed our bench depth today. Of when Jamal's not playing, where we got to start our bench and we get outscored 54-10 against the Orlando Magic. So that was kind of a bittersweet pill for me. I know that we needed the size because we've been playing DeAndre Jordan, and whoever has played DeAndre Jordan in the last like 2 to 3 years knows what I'm talking about. He's not good anymore. He's just a body to throw out there to get maybe 7, 8.
Some dreads.
Yeah. Just get a quick up and down real quick, And like the Nuggets, I was disappointed with them. Another team I was really disappointed in that didn't make any moves was the Miami Heat.
We talked about that before we hit record.
Yeah, yeah. But Miami, they had all
That's
this
just sleeping
talk.
on the couch at night.
But yeah, but no, it's just all the talks of they sent Kyle home. They're talking about trading Duncan Robinson. The only trade,
they've been trying to trade Duncan Robinson since
yeah, they've been trying to trade him since he
since they
signed
gave him that
contract.
contract.
But
Send them to
the
the
only
Lakers already.
but
Stop it.
the thing is though is the only trade that they did do was get rid of Dwayne Dedman, who was their only true size. So, like, I don't know what they're doing. I
Hey
don't know if
man, Dwight balling up in China right now. He'll
it's
come back.
Taiwan. It's Taiwan.
My bad. He balling up
You know
across
what?
the water.
But it's funny that you mentioned the Heat. When I was at the Heat game, and I did notice this when I was there, they were promoting like this dude was like I was sitting next to this guy. He was like they Miami Heat have like some of the most expensive ticket packages, obviously, and he was like they're giving you discounts for like the next 4 years for season tickets right now. Like he was like, and he was like, I'm kind of scared. he was like right now you can get discounts for like a 4-year deal right now, and they're really like trying to get us in. And I was there and I seen then they promoted like in between like like the timeouts.
Yeah.
You can get up to 4 year or 2 or 3 years like worth of discount season tickets. And then he's like, I don't know if they kind of Miami might be saying, hey, Tyler Hero guys, Jack Harlow at halftime, Tyler Hero for the game.
Yeah,
that part.
Like I said, I think the winners of the deadline is definitely going to be the Lakers and the Suns, and I think the losers at the deadline is going to be the Nuggets and the Heat.
All right, Rell. So now we're on you.
Give one deal. I got one deal. The only real one, other than the Lakers, I like all my Laker deals. But there's one deal that really stuck out to me. Yeah. I said, that's interesting when I saw that. Josh Hart to the Knicks. I really like Josh Hart. Shoots about league average. Good, decent defender, not elite, good defender.
Villanova boys back together.
I just like what the Knickerbockers, the Bing Bong team is doing this year because the Mandels
Bing Bong.
I like the depth. I just hate.
Who's gonna beat the Knicks?
I just really hate that RJ Barrett has regressed as much as he's done.
I love
that. But it's weird because Tibbs benches his ass in the fourth now for Grimes, and now he can bench his ass and go Grimes, Hart. Because I watch a lot of, so Knicks is my 4:00 slot team before the Lakers come on. So he could go Brunson, Grimes, Hart, Mandel, and either Mitchell Robinson, but he got to play Obi Toppin a little bit more. I don't know why he doesn't like Obi, but he got to play Obi Toppin a little bit more. But I like the Josh Hart. It's like he's a Thibs player. But it breaks my heart that they couldn't trade RJ Barrett before the end of this deadline.
Same with Derrick Rose.
Hold on, would y'all have taken an RJ Barrett plus picks for OG Anunoby? If you're, RJ's from Toronto.
OG. So I just read a report right now. I just glanced on Twitter, and this probably came from the Zach Pod that's literally sitting waiting for me. A team offered 4 first-round pick for Mikal Bridges. Hey, Dustin, that proves right there why Mikal Bridges is way more value than your boy MPJ.
50, 40, 90, Dustin. 50, 40, 90.
Anyway, but so let me get to mine real quick. No surprise. I feel like one of the sleeper picks that nobody talked about was the Blazers getting Matisse Thybulle, just another player that they kind of needed, a 3-and-D type.
Nobody knows what the fuck the Blazers are doing anyway.
Kevin,
so I don't know
everybody, you go know because Dame's the best player in the league right now. He's playing like the best player in the league right now. He's the hottest player in the league right now, averaging 39 and up over the last 10 games. Anyway, I felt like that was a really good move.
But I felt like y'all could have got in on something. I don't know. I mean, I don't like your backcourt. I mean, I like Simons is him, but I feel like you could trade Simons, and get something else.
Agreed. I just felt like I like that move. That move was very good because
can't shoot for shit.
I felt like that move was very good. I'll let you talk while you was going, man. So I like that move for them. And I can't wait to see him in Blazers gear. All right, so biggest surprise for you guys. This is an either or. Were you more surprised that the Raptors kept their core together, or more surprised that the Nets decided to keep 9 wings on their 3-and-D wings on their team?
I was really surprised that the Raptors weren't sellers like everybody was panning them out to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they bought Jakob Poeltl.
Rell?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that one's because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how fast that net shit came together. Being I don't know, and I didn't expect the Raptors to really sell. So I'm not kind of shocked by either one, honestly, because I didn't think the Nets are gonna sell off everybody when everybody has another year or no deal when they could just wait for the offseason.
Right. The Raptors, so I think I was more surprised that the Nets didn't try to sell off, especially with a package like that. I mean, saying no to 4 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges is fucking wild to me.
Not to cut you off, but he's somebody you should probably keep.
I mean, I don't know what they're. I don't
He's
know
a
what
cornerstone. Even if you're not looking, look at his deal.
I got you.
Look at him.
He's
somebody.
We don't know.
He's a guy.
But 4 first-round picks. I think depending on the team. That's wasn't it 4 first-round picks for DeJounte Murray?
Yeah,
that's a Murray deal.
But who's got 4 first-round draft picks?
I don't know. That's probably we could play the process of elimination if we really wanted to, and I'm probably going to do that in a little bit.
It's probably OKC because I mean, Mikal Bridges, he's only not even 30 yet.
Or Utah. Utah has 4 first-round picks too. But all right. I think that's it, gentlemen. Unless you guys want to hit, is anything else you guys kind of want to hit on before we get out of here? I felt like we went long enough. I feel like we touched on everything that we wanted to hit on from the NBA trade deadline.
Last of Us this Friday.
Last of Us. Oh, we didn't do our Last of Us recap, but we'll talk about Last of Us this Friday. We'll recap.
We can skip this last episode because it was kind of mid.
The last episode was pretty good. You're watching Last of Us, Dustin? I haven't asked you.
I have not.
I hate you.
I became so after I watched Game of Thrones all the way through, I just wait until the season's all the way out so I could just binge watch it.
Got you. So you're a Netflix guy. Got you.
Well, here's my thing. Because I've been watching a lot of shows lately, a lot of like old TV shows. Because there's some shows.
Same. I do a lot. I rewatch seasons of stuff. Yeah.
So and that's kind of where my mindset is at. Like especially like with Game of Thrones, like that kind of really instilled that mindset. Like when I was at home doing nothing, like I was able to watch Game of Thrones in like a week. I'm not proud of that.
That's crazy. Don't be proud of that because it took me maybe just under a month. But I have my daughter and everything, so I was watching literally maybe like 4 episodes a day.
I was recovering from an ACL surgery.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. So I literally had nothing.
I had literally nothing to do. But ever since
you could have been playing 2K, dog.
Oh, dude, I was. That was my break after like 5 episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, but. That's how I like to watch my shows now. Is I wait for everything to come out and I could just watch it because Disney does this bullshit now where they release 1 episode and then
why is it bullshit? HBO does that. Don't do that.
Yeah, but I want to see it all, especially like for when Obi-Wan came out. Like I was like, bro,
just hurt you.
Yeah, give it to me all.
We've talked about this on the pod. I know a lot of people like the Netflix model where they just give you the whole freaking season and drops, and obviously I see what part where Dustin lands on that. I'm cool with either or, to be honest with you, because even when that 90 show came out, which was really fucking good, by the way, it was that 70 show remake. If you like that 70 show, it was fucking good. I watched, it came on Netflix and I watched, probably 1 episode a week. It was really good. They hit on all the cues of basically that 70 show. It was really fucking good. Real, I'm not caring about what you're talking about. You watch Frasier. Anyway.
Kelsey Grammer's fucking funny. What are you talking about?
Whatever, real. But yeah, so I like either or models, to be honest with you. I can wait and when I binge watch Wednesday. I didn't binge watch Wednesday, but I watched like 2 episodes from time to time. Wednesday was really good on Netflix too. But I don't mind waiting for Last of Us or anything else that HBO drops, rap shit or anything. All right, I think we're done here. I don't think I flamed KD enough. I didn't know Rell had a cape, and I didn't know Dustin had a cape. But shout out to you guys having capes in your closet that I didn't know you guys had. Jesse, you're a bum. I'm gonna hate watch. I could talk all the shit I want now because we're at the end of the pod. I'm gonna hate watch the Phoenix Suns all year, and I like Chris Paul, but what Kevin has done is just I'm cool. I'm cool now. I'm cool. All right, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, follow us on our socials. Yeah, we're those millennials, and we're out.